following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We have a fun show for you guys today. Before we get started, I want to try and find the link and put it out for everybody. So let's say hi to our cool, outrageous man about town, Mr. Ron Russell.
I'm freezing. It's cold in Palm Springs. Would you believe it? It's cold. What's the temperature?
74.
74. That's cold. Come on, Astro. Come on in. Come on. Come on. Oh, he doesn't want to come in.
Okay, talk for a minute.
You know, normally it's 90, 85, 90. So 74 is winter. It's cold.
Here we go.
What are you doing, Jim?
I have to get the link to put it out to give to everybody so they know where to come watch us.
Oh,
That's what I'm doing. So you just keep talking for just 2 minutes.
Jimmy was in the hospital for 2 days trying to pass a stone. He's got a 6mm stone in him, and they could not pass it. So now we're going to find out what they're going to do. We have to ask Jimmy.
We don't know what they're going to do. I'll find out.
Come on, Astro.
I'll find
Stop
out
busting
soon.
chops. Come
I'll
on.
find out soon, but I was in there from Sunday night till Tuesday. Come on, Astro.
He's such a ham. He has to open our show every week. Say hi to the audience. Say hi. Woo. Okay. They're all hams here. Ham, ham, ham.
All right, talk for a minute, Ron.
Well, I'm tired.
I know, but come on, help me out. I can't do it all.
I do it all.
Come on, let's go. I got to post this on 15 places. It takes a minute.
Oh, what? How come you're doing it now?
Because they don't give it to you till right when the show starts. And I was fixing your mic, and I was fixing your microphone.
That was their fault.
No, it's not. Anyway, we got a great show for you guys today. Since Ron doesn't want to talk, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have Courtney Gaines coming on the show. I'm super excited. He's a really great actor, musician, and I've wanted him on the show for like 15 years. We finally got him, so I'm super happy about that. Chat room, we want to say, hey, Don Hinton is in the chat room. Hey, Don, how you doing? Jeff Caperton, who's going to come on and talk to us for the second half of the show some. And Black Laurel Official, that's Terry Gerald, is in the chat room. So hey, Terry, he's actually the one who introduced us to our first guest today, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, and Jeff posted on Facebook a thing where he's in a swimming place and he's, I guess, getting lessons or something in swimming, and he leaves the pool, comes to the camera in a blue bathing suit. So I wrote on his page, blue shows it bigger, black it disappears, and white it's dangerous, referring to a bathing suit. So we will talk to him about that.
That works.
That works.
Yeah, that'll work. He'll love it.
He's doing something here. I don't understand what he's doing, but anyway, let him do it. So what can we talk about? I am very tired, extremely tired, folks. Because Jimmy's been sick for 2 days. I haven't slept. Last night at some ungodly hour of the night, he decides to leave the bedroom and go sleep in the guest room because our bedroom was stuffy.
No, and I didn't want to wake you up. I was coughing all so much.
And he was coughing and he didn't want to wake me up. Meanwhile, he woke me up. So I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I just took a nap before the show started, so I'm still half asleep.
So anyway, you guys, we want to say hi. In the chat room, they're already saying happy birthday to Ron. You guys, tomorrow is Ron's
Yes.
86th birthday.
Could you believe
He's
it?
going to be 86 tomorrow.
86. People say, what's it like being 86? And I say, I feel 25. I really don't feel 86. I feel very young. And then I pass a mirror and I look into a mirror and I say, you're old. And I realize that I'm old, that I don't look like I did when I was 25. So that's the shakarula of life, is looking in a mirror. I'm sure Joan Collins feels that way at 92. I'm sure we have to get Joan Collins on this show. I would love to interview her. We could have a lot of fun with Joan.
I would love to have her. I don't know. I've probably invited her in the last 15 years, maybe, I don't know, 30 times.
Well, you can't invite her. She doesn't know who you are. You have to give her ideas, you know. And if you're going to put her in your movie, then she should come on the show if she's going to be in your movie.
Well, since I don't know if she's going to be in the movie, since we don't have money yet, we don't know. We can't cast it until we have some money. So
anyway, I'm sure she feels 25 until she looks in the mirror and then she sees a 92-year-old bag looking back. Anyway, such is life. But I'm here to stay, and it's fun.
absolutely.
And thank you for the happy birthdays, everybody. They started in on Facebook.
So what do you think? You feel any different? 86. Well, not yet. You have a couple hours till 86
I don't
comes.
feel any different. You know, if I don't move, like in other words, if I'm sitting down or lying in bed, I feel 25. Then when I get up to walk, I feel 100. You know, your bones ache and you get rickety and squeaky. Let's fit it. I can't do pirouettes, I can't do headstands, and I can't jump through windows. Those days are gone. So I take it easy. You know, you get up slowly, you do everything cautiously because you don't want to break a hip or an arm or a leg or whatever. It's a whole different way of living when you're in your 80s and I guess 90s. And you live differently.
Right.
You do. You
We
live
want
very
to
differently.
give a shout out to Sylvia Polite, who just texted me happy birthday to Ron.
Who?
Sylvia Polite. She doesn't go in the chat room, but she watches every week.
Hi,
She's a good friend of
Sylvia.
ours. And
You know, when I go to work in movies now, I take it easy. And I think that the crew understands that I'm a little old. And they are, you know, easygoing with me. So it works out very nicely.
absolutely,
I can't wait to get back to work if ever we get back to work.
we're going to be getting back to work very soon.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing for like 50 years now.
Oh, wow.
Very soon, very soon, very soon.
That's the way it works. So
Sounds
there's
like
nothing
you're
we
all
can do
full of
about it.
shit, but what can you do?
You can't do
That's
anything.
life. Look at my glasses. They so match what I'm wearing. I accidentally did it. Look at that.
Oh yeah, with the orange.
With
and
the
blue.
wrist, I put a orange wristwatch on.
Show it.
I
Show it
love-
because Don.
This is
Don
my
will look at it.
Versace watch. I love my Versaces. Jimmy gave them to me. I got one in yellow and one in orange, and I love them. And they match the glasses. Look at that, how chic. Look at the fucking ugly old face. Get out of here.
No, it's fabulous.
Oh,
I love
fabulous,
it.
Please. I used to be so good looking when I was young. Dark. I remember dark black eyebrows, black hair. Oh, I looked so good. Now I look like my testicles.
We want to welcome Uncle John
Even
Moyer.
my testicles don't even look like they're young. No, they used to be perky and all black hair, shiny, and really interesting looking. Now they look like old rotten tomatoes on a vine hanging there, wrinkled and white hair. Ugh.
Anyway, let me do my advertising things and then we'll bring on our guests. So everybody, want to thank first of all, I want to thank everybody for being so nice and writing me so nice things when they found out I was in the hospital with kidney stones. It's been a bitch. I've been basically sick for 9 days now, and I'm still going to have to go back because they were not able to remove it. It's so big. So I'm not in as much pain though, so it makes me happy. And Ron was great, and so all is
Great,
good.
nothing.
Then, I had something else I was going to say. Oh, and I wanted to wish Ron a happy birthday, 86th birthday. That's tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Let's not pre-do it.
And Stefan just joined us in the chat room too. Hey, Stefan.
Hi, Stefan. How's Tina?
There you go. So you guys, you can hear the Jimmy Star Show. We're on Libsyn, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. We're on about 150 other platforms, but those are the ones, that most people know about and most people listen to. So I picked those ones as the best ones. People in the chat room, thanks so much for tuning in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Courtney Gaines is a superstar, and I think we're going to have a really good time with him. And I think you're going to be surprised what a cool musician he is also. So we've got a cool music video we're going to play from his newest movie that just had a screening this past weekend. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So without further ado, anything else?
We want to talk about anything else? Oh, a million things to talk about, but nothing really important.
Okay, so I'm going to bring on our guest.
Yourself.
Let's bring him on.
You guys are cracking me up. That's all I have to say.
What did you say?
You guys are cracking me up. That's all I have to say. That's what we do. We're a married couple. We fight, but that's why people listen to us, because you never know what's going to happen. And we're very excited to have you on. So welcome.
I'm not
Yeah, so-
excited. I'm
So
not
happy
excited.
birthday tomorrow to you.
There you go.
Going with
What
the
do you say?
Gospels. I'm not
Happy
feeling
birthday.
100%
Thank
today.
you.
I just flew in from Pittsburgh, but if you can do the show with gallstone problems, I can certainly do the show not feeling 100%. So let's
There you go. I didn't, and I was thinking I was going to cancel it, but I was like, it's so hard to get you. I was like, there's just no way I'm going to cancel when I finally got you to come on. And I want to
you're-
thank Terry Gerald
Well, you're
for that. Hang on
quite the
with me.
trooper, man. Quite the trooper.
What?
Put your hearing aids on. That's why you don't hear anything. Go put your hearing aid on. It's right
Fuck
there.
yourself.
No, you keep saying what? Go over there and get them. No, you need to have it on so you can hear.
No.
That's what we always do. Don't worry about it.
The
Yeah,
best
no, I
way,
can tell.
listen, if we contacted your hooker and we got you through her,
No, what are you talking about?
him, that's how you got her.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you said to me you called his hooker.
No, I didn't.
And you got
No.
it's a joke. Fuck all of you. Where are my hearing aids?
Over there. Right there. I knew we forgot something. We had a doctor's appointment this morning and we got here 20 minutes before the show started and I had to set everything up. So we're a little bit behind, but we're very happy to get going. So before we get started, let me do a proper introduction. Now, everybody, we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actor, producer, director, and musician, Courtney Gaines. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
This is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
How'd you do? How'd you do?
Good.
And we have a chat room starting to fill up, so just say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Yo.
There
this
you
is,
go.
This is not a normal interview show, so don't think it is.
Yeah, you
It's
already
not
called my
gonna
girlfriend
be-
a hooker in
not
the
gonna
first
be
60
where we
seconds.
ask-
You're doing great.
No, it's not going to be where we ask you, what made you get into the business? We never asked that fucking person.
Oh, really? It's a silly story.
We
It
don't
really
give a
is.
shit what made you get into the business. We don't care.
Anyway, no,
Should I
we
tell
want-
it or not then?
I have watched your work for however long. I don't know how long you've been doing. How long have you been acting?
Professionally since 83.
What was your first movie?
Children of the Corn. Isn't that crazy?
What was it?
Children of the Corn. Great movie.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Children of the Corn.
So he's Malachi in Children of the Corn. I didn't know
that-
if that was your first movie or not, but that was pretty good.
Wait, didn't they make 100 sequels on
Yeah,
that?
but he's not in
Yes,
those.
they have. I'm not
They
in
did.
any of them, but John Franklin, who played Isaac, the other young guy, he wrote and starred in 666, The Return of Isaac. So he did one, but I've not.
So the one that you
wait,
did,
you were in the first one.
that's the best one with Peter Horton and
Right.
Linda Hamilton. Big
Yeah,
cat.
that was good.
Yep.
So
Good story.
So
good script.
how did you get cast for that? Was it easy? Did they just liked your look, or how did you? Because you
So
got
the-
the main role.
So the casting director, Linda Francis, had seen me when showcases were just kicking in the 80s. She saw me at a showcase and she brought me in for another film that I had gotten, but then the film didn't actually go through. And so she was the one who brought me in, and she was the one who championed me. She believed in me, and she really helped push me through. So I owe my big break to Linda Francis.
I love it because it's such a popular movie. So did they ask you to be in any of the other films that came afterwards, and you just turned them down, or you didn't want anything to do with them, or they didn't ask you in the first place?
John Franklin brought it up, but it didn't happen. When Don Borchers, one of the producers, did the one for Sci-Fi, I was trying to do a cameo, but I couldn't make it because I had bad weather. I was in Florida doing a convention, and after that, Sci-Fi Channel would never see me for anything again. It was weather.
Yeah, but
I didn't.
didn't that film end in a weird way where we didn't know exactly what happens to the people? Didn't
No, it has.
end-
It has the movie. The original story that ends pretty bad, but no, there was resolution.
'Cause I don't remember it that well, but I remember they couldn't get out of the cornfield.
Took
farm.
it out of the small
Kids.
town. Yeah.
The kids couldn't get out.
No, the kids
Yeah.
were the ones keeping the people there.
What was keeping them
The
there?
kids, the children of the corn, were keeping the
Keeping
people
the
there
people
in the
there,
cornfield.
right,
It's a
right.
great movie, and I think actually, career-wise, I think it was really good that you weren't in the other films. I mean, they're okay, but they're not like the original, and that way you don't get typecast in a lot of
No,
big movies because
a
you
lot
have
of
so
them-
many A-list movies and stuff. I think it actually helped your career a lot
Yeah.
by not being in them.
Yes.
Well,
a lot-
the response was so huge. I mean, I was not mentally prepared for kids seeing me and running to their parents crying and things like that. It had a very visceral response. That I did make a conscious choice not to play the same character twice in my teenage 80s run. And that bode well for me because I had a hit in every genre. And so that when I went to go make a transition to an adult acting, I showed that I had some chops. And I think it was a smart move.
I think so too.
I think so.
So the
also.
movie I want to talk about a little bit.
Wait a minute. You know why? Because I'm in like 1, 2, 3. I'm in Clown Motel forever.
Oh, I
I'm
know
in
the,
one.
I
I'm
know
in
those
2,
guys.
I'm in 3, and thank God they knocked me off because otherwise I would have been in 4.
They actually just asked me if you wanted to be in 4, if you were going to be in 4, and I said no.
No,
They're
no,
gonna
no more clowns. I'm in about 50,000 clown fucking movies.
they're going to send me a script. Actually, I did another movie for that has been in litigation for 3 years that I poured my heart and soul into that I would really like to get out there. But
There you go.
No
but
more.
yeah, so I know that's just funny. I was literally talking to them yesterday. Small
that's
world that it is.
Actually, you just came back from a Comic-Con, or was it a Comic-Con that played the Barn 3?
No, it has gotten in some major festivals, but no, this was the premiere in Pittsburgh where the filmmakers are from. They're outside of Pittsburgh. So they rented a really big theater with a giant screen, and we got to watch the film, and it was sold out. Great response. I knew there was going to be a lot of blood and guts because that's what all the critics kept talking about. So I was prepared, I thought, but no, I wasn't prepared. It was twice as much blood and guts as I thought it was going to be. Horror fans are going to love it. It's right up their alley.
So we actually, because I looked it up, the Barn Part 3, you guys. So Courtney Gaines obviously is in it. Felissa Rose, she's a good friend of ours. John
Yeah.
Cassier, William Ragsdale, Kelly Maroney. I'm
Yeah.
doing a film right now with Kansas Bowling,
Oh,
Gary
nice.
Lehman, and Angel
Yep.
Nicole Bradford. And so basically, Felissa Rose, John Cassier, Kelly Maroney, Ari Lehman, and Angel Nicole Bradford, and now you have all been on the show in the past.
That's wild.
And,
You've done the trifecta or whatever.
And, so we only haven't had, and I've tried to set up things with William Ragsdale. Our schedules just don't seem to work out, but we'll get him eventually. We always get
Oh, it's going
everybody.
to happen now. It's got to happen now.
Well, our schedules, clash. We don't know.
It's just like you, I finally, Terry, do you know, I don't know how well you know Terry. You know him well enough that he had your information to give it to me to contact you. Is a great guy.
Yeah,
he's
he
got-
really is. We had a
Harlow's
good
Hunt.
conversation. So-
He's got that movie Harlow's Hunt. He wrote it, directed it, produced it, got it made, and got it distributed all on his own on a low budget. And it's actually, for a low budget movie, it's done extremely well. So I'm thankful, Terry. Thank you for introducing me
What's
to
the
Courtney.
name of the movie you're in with Felissa?
The Barn
The
3.
Barn 3.
The Barn 3. Oh, you're in a 3.
So you did Clown 3. I did Barn 3. In my case, I have to say that so this movie's trilogy has been going on for 10 years. The filmmakers, the same director, same cinematographer, you can really see their growth over a 10-year period. They really, had a bigger budget, bigger special effects, bigger actors, and it's I would say it's their best of the 3. You know, some people might disagree because some the horror fans actually really love this series.
Well,
Uh,
I find that by the third or the fourth film, it's had it, and it
Mhm.
should be left alone because it's died years ago.
Yeah,
It's,
this one is like Flash, 30 years, nothing's happened. Now the
right,
lead
that's
guy,
what Joe
guy's
Kelly's doing.
old. The lead guy's old now. He's me.
That's what's different though for you though, because you weren't in 1 and 2. You're just in 3. So that
Right,
way
but-
it's
but
different. You
playing-
only did one of them.
But playing the lead character that was in 1 and 2 30 years later. So
Oh,
that's an
okay.
interesting
Right.
take.
Oh, that is an interesting take. I
Well,
love it.
Joe Kelly's got Clown Motel 4, and
Yeah, Joe.
it goes back to the beginning, how it all started.
We're doing a prequel.
Yeah, a prequel. And I just think that it's been done, and I don't want to be in it. What are they going to resurrect me? No.
But he also did another
They
Joe Kelly
resurrected
movie called-
Ari Lehman from hell. If they could do that, they could resurrect
That's
you.
right. They did another movie called Clowny with Joe Kelly that he also did. That hasn't come out yet. He did it like 2 or 3 years ago. It hasn't come out yet. But
He's a really nice guy, Joe. I like Joe a
oh,
lot.
no, he's a good guy.
He actually made after we did our movie. He made a music video for me for I have a band called a band previously I had in LA for years called Ripple Street, and he made a music video for a song we did called Slab City, which I thought was very cool and to help us out.
So now, where do you
Well, I
live?
can
Do you
rem-
live here in LA?
I grew up in LA. I lived there until 2018, and then I moved to Savannah, Georgia, which has been great.
Beautiful.
Oh, I love Savannah.
Oh my God, that's the best. We have a lot of friends
Oh.
who live there.
Savannah
now
is so
Come out, you'll have to
romantic.
see me. We'll go eat or something. It's a great town.
Absolutely. We're actually planning on going to Florida very soon.
Yeah.
Back to I'm from Florida. We're gonna go back to Florida. I have a lot of movie making friends in Atlanta, and Bobby
Oh, good.
Eads, soap opera star, lives in Savannah. They moved there a couple years ago.
Savannah is so romantic. It's so
It is. I agree. And I have a band that plays regularly too. So maybe you'll time it where you just happen to catch the band too. The Courtney Gaines group. We
There you go.
we'd be
love,
gigging.
I love
We're going to
Savannah.
actually talk about your band in a little bit because I actually have the video. I downloaded it off of YouTube so we can play it for everybody. The
Cool.
Barn Free video that you did.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about you being a musician until I got your email and you mentioned that you have a band. But you've actually been in a band for a long time. You've been playing music for a long time.
Yeah, I've been playing music in LA the whole time. I called it my hobby. It wasn't I was making my living. And in LA, it's pretty hard unless you get a record deal. It's, nobody pays you to play in LA. It's not that
Right.
kind of. But out here, people do. So it's really afforded me much more of an opportunity to play out more regularly. And kind of like everybody else, man, in the pandemic, when things were slow in 2020, I started saying like, wow, I'm no spring chicken anymore. What is it I haven't done that I say I want to do? And it's like, I want to get my music out there. So I
Well,
started.
what is it you do in the band?
So in the 3-piece, I play mainly bass and sing. But I write most of my material on acoustic guitar. I've been writing since
You don't
all the
sing.
guitars back then.
You
No, he
don't-
sings. Yeah, he writes and sings.
Oh, you sing also.
yeah,
He's got a very gravelly kind of voice too. It's really kind
Rock.
of
I could hear that. What's very
rock and blues, rock
you
and
have
blues.
a very 1965 voice.
Definitely play 65 vibe too, no doubt.
No, I don't think you're probably not that old, but
No, I'm not.
know
I got born.
1965. It was the time of everybody was singing like this. It was great. I loved it. Well,
Yeah,
it
the music
started
scene
with- what's-
Is not
what's
what
the
it once
name-
was.
what's
That's for
the
sure.
name started it? Oh, the famous singer.
Janis Joplin. You're talking
no,
about?
no. Janis Joplin never sang. She just yelled.
Oh
I
no,
thought she was terrible. I never
Oh,
saw
no, no,
what
just-
people saw in her. She was screaming. I'm talking about Gypsy.
Oh, Stevie Nicks?
Stevie
Oh, he
Nicks.
likes Stevie Nicks.
I love Stevie. I love Stevie, and she's as nice as could be in person.
yeah, great original voice. Nobody sounds like her.
I
That's-
love Stevie Nicks. She's
Okay,
a
so-
good person.
Real quick, just say hi because Terry's in the chat room, so I want him to.
Hey Terry.
And then we have another girl who's a fan who sent. She's a great fan of our show. Her name's Dawn Hinton. And she sent me an Instagram. She watched like all your movies like in the last 2 days. Since she knew. You were on. So just say hi to Dawn.
Binge. All right, well done.
There you go. So I want to talk about. So you have 2 movies that are my favorite movies, and I'm mostly a horror aficionado, but these aren't really horror movies. But I think that The Burbs is like in my top 10 favorite movies of
what?
all time. The Burbs. We've actually had The Burbs. You guys stars Tom Hanks, Bruce Dern, Carrie Fisher, Corey Feldman, Dick Miller, Robert Picardo, Patricia Darbo, Kevin McCarthy. Courtney plays the creepiest guy in the world. In it. it's a great movie. It's something that I watch every year. I watch it every year for the last 20 something years probably. And we've had Corey Feldman and Pratika Darbo on. Robert Picardo I'm doing a movie with. So I've had Bruce Dern, like he's been in a movie that Bruce Dern was in, but it's a great movie. Tell us a little bit about The Burbs, because to me that's probably for me that's your most iconic film, even though probably Children of the Corn is the one that everybody comes running about. I think The Burbs is like one of the greatest movies ever made.
Well, it's certainly the most, if you want to use the word cult classic, that would be the one. I didn't really realize until I started doing conventions how many Burbs fans there were out there. I didn't realize it. It's not a horror film, but it's a comedy horror film, right? Sort of. So horror fans love it. I was on a roll at that point, and I was at the point where I was just taking meetings and not even having to read. And I don't know how you'd have read for that role anyway, but I went in and talked to Joe Dante. Honestly, I don't remember what I said or what I did to get that job, but he gave it to me. And great guy to work for. Joe Dante is a super nice guy and very supportive. And it was a great, obviously incredible cast to get to work with. Obviously, Tom Hanks is the most down-to-earth A-list actor you'll ever meet. Very cool, very supportive. But Bruce Dern, I was always a huge fan of. I think Bruce Dern plays son of a bitch is as good as it gets.
What
I think
movie
he's
was
the
that
best.
in with Bruce Dern?
The Churchill. Maybe you weren't in it with him, but we met him at the premiere.
Was it?
The Churchill, Nation's Fire, I think, or I don't know, one of them. Anyway, we've met him a bunch of times because we're fortunate that we get invited to go to places.
He's a brilliant guy.
Yeah, he's a brilliant guy. Absolutely, I love it. So the Burbs is a big one for me, and the other one that was a really big one, and this is going to show my like 80, my 80. But Can't Buy Me Love is like the greatest movie ever.
I figured that was the next one. Yeah.
Patrick Dempsey, Amanda Peterson, Seth Green, Darcy DeMoss, Amy Dolans. It's a total 80s, movie. The guy loves the girl and saves up money for buy a microscope or something. Instead, he spends it, on her basically. And
yes,
and, it's a great movie. Do you get recognized a lot from that?
Oh, sure. I people, I have a famous line, right? You shit on my house. So people love to have me sign that. I sign their name and you shit on my house. They absolutely.
What's the line?
You shit on my house.
You shit on my house.
You shit in my house.
On my house.
You shit on my house.
It's a famous line. It's but yeah, no, that was a really good experience. So Touchstone, when they first got started with Disney, that was one of the films they picked up. And they went back and did some reshoots and kind of cleaned up some things and then spent the money to buy the soundtrack to Can't Buy Me Love and took it over the top. And that movie was, I think, the number 3 movie that summer. Pretty incredible. Way before the tentpole times, It
was such a good movie. And that was before I hadn't figured out I was a total homo. And so I was in love with Amanda Peterson. I was like, oh my God.
You and every guy, yeah.
Every guy in the world. She's the most beautiful actress, her. And my other one that I like a lot is from 90210, Jenny Garth. Jenny Garth and Amanda Peterson were like my 2 crushes growing up.
Whenever he says that about before he was gay, I always picture him waking up in the morning screaming, "I'm gay!"
It's funny that I'm gay and I only I didn't know it when I was younger because I only liked older men. Everybody I dated was always been a little bit older than me. And so I didn't really get it. And I dated women. But anyway, those are my 2 crushes. And she was so beautiful. And I think it's just fabulous. And then the other huge credit, you guys, these are such huge movies. It's not even funny, but Back to the Future.
Oh, I love that movie.
Michael J. Fox.
All roll and Back to the Future, but the biggest trilogy of all time, right? And it still plays on TV constantly. So there I am.
Michael
pushing
J.
Crispin Glover down at the dance,
Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, Crispin Glover, Claudia Wells, James Tolkien. So James Tolkien's been on our show. Claudia Wells has been on our show.
That's a movie that you really would, everybody would love to have been in that movie.
Yes.
I know. I would like to have done it. It looked fun. It looked like a lot of fun, and it's a beautiful movie. It's a really beautiful movie.
Well, I've told this story many times, but I still have to tell it. So the best thing for me was a lot of people. Some people know, some people don't. Eric Stoltz was the lead, and he got let go.
Yes.
So during that time, they had already picked me up. So I got paid for another 5-6 weeks before they realized they flipped out. We negotiated some deal, but it's still the best residuals I ever got because a 3-day job ended up being 5 weeks. So
isn't that terrific?
A real blessing.
I think it's fabulous, and the fact that like a lot of times we get celebrities on, and I like the movies that other people don't know as much, because I'm usually like a big fan. But the fact that like all your like nobody has to look up what these movies are. Everybody knows what they are. It's not like they don't know. So I think it's a
But
killer for you.
Back to the Future was just one of the greatest movies of the era.
No doubt.
I think.
Robert Zemeckis, no doubt.
And now they're making hoverboards. Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna actually have a hoverboard.
Yeah, we're very close. Let
We're
the
very
action
close.
begin. Let
What
the action begin.
part did you play in that?
My character's name was Dixon. The scene that's memorable is when Crispin's going to kiss his mother, not his mother, the other guy's mother, and I cut in, and then he manages the courage to get me out of the way because I've been picking on him through the show. And he finally kisses her, and then everything goes back to normal. The family's saved.
Okay.
I love it. We also had the guy, I think the guy who played the bully was on our show, too, one
Terrible
time.
how that young boy.
So many guys from that era I worked with: Casey Shamasco, J.J. Cohen, Billy Zane. They were all part of the bad guys. I worked with them.
Yeah,
In the '80s, those are the usual suspects, man. We see those guys either working with them or on auditions all the time.
Yeah, I bet that was like your competition pool. I bet too with Eric Stoltz, with you both having like the red hair, like that was probably
the biggest thing I ever lost to Eric Stoltz was Mask. Yeah, that one hurt. I think he did a great job, but I thought I could have done that role.
What a great movie too. That's funny.
Great. Yeah, great film. That would have been a game changer.
I was going through TikTok and like all of a sudden there was a whole bunch of Mask stuff that just came up recently. But what a good movie that is. And
he and I worked on Memphis Belle together. He's a great guy to work with.
Oh yeah, Memphis Belle. That's another huge film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
John Lithgow, Harry Connick Jr., Sean Astin, Billy Zane, Matthew Modine's been on our show, D.B. Sweeney, Eric Stoltz, Tate Donovan. And we know Billy Zane, but he's never been on the show. But we met him at a couple of different parties we've been to.
Billy's been working a lot lately. He's kind of
this song, Unforgettable. Well, he's not.
Woo!
The other movie, though, you have an indie film
He's not very friendly. He's really stuck up, and he's not very friendly. And we were at Sue Wong's house. It was a big deal party, many parties. And, you try to be friendly and talk. He just stood there 7 foot tall, ignoring us. So I'm not a fan of his.
Understood. He takes a little while to get to know. Absolutely right.
I don't know. I'm sure maybe on a 1-to-1, if you force him, he talks. But,
So you have another film though, and I think it's the second one, because I think the first one was just called Becky, and then you have The Wrath of Becky. Those are great movies.
Yes,
like low budget but terrific movies. The one you're in has Lulu Wilson and Sean William Scott. So The Wrath of Becky is a film I suggest everybody should watch. Actually, the first one is probably a little bit better than the second one.
Mm-hmm.
They're both really entertaining. And how did you get involved in something like that?
I had to audition during the pandemic. I started growing out a big beard, even bigger than this, and I said, "Grow the beard, the conspiracy theorist will come," and it did.
And they did, yes. I love it.
And yeah, it was a great film. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Really happy with my performance, and it's probably the best thing I've done in a while. So yeah, if you like that series, and they're making the third one right now, so.
It's very good. I had never heard or seen the actress who plays Becky before. But
Lulu's great. She's great to work with. She literally loves what she's doing, and she's very mature for her age, and she does good work. So she was easy to work with, which is great.
That's going to be a cult film. That'll turn into like a cult series eventually.
I agree.
Then we have another one, and everybody in it's been on our show. Await the Dawn. Vernon Wells. We did a movie with. Dee Wallace was on last year. Bruce Davison, Gabrielle Stone, which is her daughter. So they've both been on. I don't even know anything about that one. I only wrote it down because we've had everybody in it besides you.
We can do 6 degrees of Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell all day long. It's amazing. Yeah. You guys are just one tentacle away from everybody, man. Awesome.
No, I love it. I think it's so much fun. And I think so. So let me ask you. I usually ask this question later, but I'm just going to ask this question now.
All right.
We're going to switch over to music too in a minute. But
sure.
So you've been in so many like huge things, and if you had a bucket list and you could be in any movie that's ever been made ever, what movie would you have liked to been in? And then if you could act with anybody living or dead, a male and a female, who would you like to act opposite of that you haven't already acted opposite of? Because you already worked with such huge people.
I would say, you know, we were talking about, I'd say Mask. That's the one that got my crawl all those years. So I would say that. And as far as actresses, Betty Davis.
Ron knew her.
Oh man. Wow.
Quite
And,
a woman, quite a lady. She was the furthest thing from what you saw on the screen. She loved a dirty joke, and she had all. She did everything with double entendre with her, and she was just Betty Davis. I mean, what could I tell you? You stood there looking at her, saying, "This is Betty Davis." You know.
Ron's been working in the industry on and off for many years. His first movie was That Kind of Woman with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter.
Wow. Wow. I worked with Tab Hunter in a movie called Lust in the Dust that he produced.
Oh, we know that movie.
Yeah.
That's the one
Tab
Lainey
Hunter.
Kazan's in that one too.
Yeah, Lainey Kazan.
Yeah, he's good friends with Lainey.
That's a really funny movie, man. That's a really.
Yeah, that's what he said. He did a movie with Tab then.
Yeah, Tab Hunter was my friend for 55 years. How many? About 60 years I've been friends with.
That was my third film, and to be around all those really talented veteran actors was a real experience for me. I actually stayed another 2 weeks just to watch everybody work. I mean, it was just so many people.
Tab Hunter was one of the best people I have ever met in my life.
Yeah, he was very nice.
Kind, he was generous, he was honest, he was real. I miss him today. I miss him a lot. Oh, I do.
Ron used to have a TV show called Set the Record Straight on it was before internet TV and all this stuff came around. But he was best friends with Jane Russell.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Matter of fact, she was visiting him in Florida and got sick on her way home, and then she passed away.
Wow.
But he's best friends with Jane Russell, so he's kind of like I'm
I
kind of
miss-
like with all the Corey Feldman, Corey Haim kind of people were all friends of mine. And he's got like all the he knew Elizabeth Taylor, he knew all the older actors.
But
That's amazing.
I miss Jane Russell so much. I'm going to do a big thing about her for her birthday, which is in June, on Facebook. I'm going to reveal the real Jane Russell because I'm sick and tired of all the bullshit they put about her big tits. She didn't have big tits. Her tits were 36B. And I have her on film saying it. And, she wasn't what they thought she was. And she was a Christian woman, a good woman. I adore, love, and worship her. Please. I miss my Janie Poo.
I think people would enjoy that. All right, to answer the male question, without a doubt, Spencer Tracy.
We just watched a Spencer Tracy movie like last night or the night before. We watch a lot of Turner Classic movies. So
Oh man, he's the best. Best monologue actor that's ever lived.
I love that. I think that's a great pick. And nobody's ever picked him before either, because we asked that question a lot.
Spencer Tracy was he was in my day not anybody's favorite,
Yeah.
but yet he made the movie solid. So whatever film he was in, he portrayed and made it solid.
Yeah, I think he's a fabulous.
Was he a Tyrone Power or an Errol Flynn? No. And Katharine Hepburn was a lesbian, and he was a homosexual. So they made this fake love affair for years and years and years, which was so stupid because back then you had to hide.
Right.
And we that knew the truth found it very funny when they would do publicity with Katharine Hepburn's madly in love with Spencer Tracy, and he won't leave his wife because he's a devout Catholic. Where the fuck did they get all that bullshit from, the PR department?
Now they did it back then. That's how they did it.
Yes, they did it. That's how they did it.
It was really too much to bear. I mean, everybody that I know in Hollywood, they listen, when syphilis went around or gonorrhea, the alarm went on. No, really, the alarm.
Yeah, it was a big deal then.
And Cary Grant would call Tyrone Power and said, "Don't bowl this when you get the clap." I mean, seriously, it was. I mean, I remember that. I remember being in on some of those whisper calls. Be careful. Don't go here. Don't go there. The clap is. They called it the clap.
Yeah, I remember that. And he clapped when you said it.
Yeah, I did.
So Hollywood then was not what Hollywood appeared to be.
Sure.
Hollywood was, listen, these people like sex, and where were they going to get sex? They couldn't go out and get it because people would squeal on them, so they had to bang each other. And that's what they did. Men, women, back threesomes. I mean, it was notorious.
So you have another film that was really good. I guess now that I'm older, because I'm kind of old, I like the movies that you do with a lot of the older actresses and actors. And you did Queen Bees, which I loved it. I thought it was a great kind of like feel-good movie. It starred Ellen Bernstein, Jane Curtin, Christopher Lloyd, James Caan, Anne Margaret, Loretta Devine, and I thought it was great. I don't remember what you did in it though.
I only had one scene. It was right when I moved here, and Michael Lembeck, who I'd taken his workshop with his sister
I
Elaine.
knew Michael.
When I found out he was shooting, I lobbied to get the job, and I got the job, and it was just to get to work with those 4 iconic actresses, man. What an experience! What a once in a lifetime opportunity. I couldn't pass that up. So I'm the guy who steals the purse. I'm the guy who steals the purse in the coffee shop, and then they meet me in the halls.
Okay.
But what a great day to hang out with them.
Michael Lembeck's dad was a comic.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I met Michael at his dad's funeral when his father passed away. And he was a sweethart of a guy.
Yeah,
Michael was a little boy when I met him.
I took Harvey Lembeck's comedy workshop once to
Harvey Lembeck,
2 years.
exactly.
Yeah, that was a tough class on me. I'm more of a dramatic actor. It was a great experience for me. Help my comedic chops immensely.
What did you have to do at Harvey?
He took his
So he started a class called the Harvey Lembeck Workshop, but when he retired, Helene, his daughter, took it over, and Michael would come once a month and maybe teach.
Right.
It's an improv class, but it's a situational comedy improv class, not like the Groundlings or something, more like for comedy, for sitcoms. So you had to do improv and you had to think quick, and that's some people are really brilliant at that, and some people aren't. I'm not that guy. I'm more of a method actor, get into the skin of somebody kind of guy. But it was great experience. 2 years of that, and it led to that job. So it all worked out.
Harvey was something special. I mean, off stage or off camera, boy, oh boy, could he belt them out. Wow. Fun, dirty. I mean, dude, when they got together, all those Jewish boys, forget it. Forget it. I sat in on one with Saul Lux. My friend Saul Lux was a heart specialist. I lived in Beverly Hills, so he was a Beverly Hills heart specialist. And they all got together and they were going to buy a boat and chip in. Well, if they had it on film today, it would have been one of the funniest. How they cursed each other out and they loved each other, but it was Harvey and it was all the guys. I can't remember names anymore.
I'm the worst.
They were all Jewish comedians and they were wonderful.
Nice.
And so I sat there hysterical.
So wait a second though, because you just said you're more of a dramatic actor, but even though a lot of the movies that you're in are comedies, I mean, you play a dramatic role in those comedies, I guess.
No, yeah. Once I inhabit a character, once I'm able to spend time in his skin and can think like him and know how he's going to react, then I can play inside of it. But I have to get up in 2 minutes. Here's situation, go. That's not my strength. That's not
Got it.
Some guys are just really quick and can do that really fast. I need to spend time in the person's shoes for a while. That's just my learning curve.
So did you take acting classes before you got cast in Children of the Corn?
Oh yeah. So I studied with a guy named Virgil Fry, Soleil Moon Fry, Punky Brewster's father.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it?
Virgil Fry was his name. He was a working actor. He broke me into the business. His daughter is Soleil Moon Fry, Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster.
And so he trained me for 10 years and was my manager for a period of time. And without him, I wouldn't be where I am today. No doubt. He's passed away, but no doubt without him, I would not be here.
All of the best passed away. I'm the last of the Mohegans. I tell that to Jimmy all the time. God, the people I met, known, superstars, they were stars. Not today. I meet them today. They're nothing. They're common people. They make believe they're actors, but they're really not actors.
Ron doesn't like it because he doesn't like the whole.
They're in it for the money. They're in it for the money. When I spoke with, like, let's say, give me a name quick, Rita Hayworth.
Oh wow.
You spoke about Korea. You spoke about her hair. You spoke about Gilda. You spoke about the business. Today, the young people, you speak to them, it's like, oh, I just made $40 million. I bought a new house. I got a new, that's all it is. But
Right.
what about the business? They don't give a shit about the business. They only want the buck.
My
And
girlfriend is a
that's-
huge fan of the movie Gilda.
Oh,
Huge.
Gilda's a great movie.
Oh, great film. Yeah. Seen it many times because of her. So
I
What
know, it's
movie?
Gilda. He said his girlfriend loves the movie Gilda.
and Rita
Gilda,
Hayworth.
Gilda is a
Yeah,
classic.
Betty
It's a-
Davis and Rita Hayworth are like her two girls, you know.
Oh, there you go.
And
I
Joan
love it.
Crawford. And Joan Crawford. That's the trifecta.
Gilda is a classic, and she didn't even want to do it. That's the best part.
Great film.
She was turning that script down, Rita Hayworth,
Wow.
because she just felt that she was being exploited, and the strip thing, it was just not for her. And then when they polished it up and they put a wig on her because her hair wasn't working right, and they made her out to be somebody she wasn't, she then did it because she felt like she wasn't Rita Hayworth. She thought she was the character. So
Sure.
a lot of actors back in those days did that. When they weren't happy with a script, they waited until they became the character, and then they blamed it on the character,
There you go.
not themselves.
One of the brilliant things about the workshop I was in, at least to me it was brilliant, was that it wasn't a kids workshop. It was kids and adults in the same workshop. For
Right.
me, that made a lot of sense. I got along with adults, and it also set up much better scenarios because as a child, who are you butting your heads against? It's always authority, right? An adult, your parents, the teacher, the whatever. So we were able to set up scenarios where you had something to work off. It wasn't just the peer group,
Right.
And nobody teaches like that. Nobody does that. But for me, it was perfect.
I love it. So you guys, I'm going to brag a little. Here's some of the you guys have so many credits I couldn't write them all down, but here's some of the TV shows you've seen him on: Seinfeld, Monk, In the Heat of the Night, Tales of the Crypt, ER, Jag, Nash Bridges, which he also has a movie called Nash. No, it's Corbin
Wait,
Nash.
Tales of the Crypt.
Corbin Nash, right?
I
Yes.
love Tales of the Crypt.
I even have a light up Crypt
Oh.
Keeper because I collect action
Which,
figures.
Well,
which one were
so-
you in of Tales of?
It was just one of the episodes. It was a frat fraternity thing with a bunch of kids, and they had to go like into this haunted house to get through like the fraternity frat thing, and it went bad. With the girls were cannibals or whatever. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, actually, I'm
So
gonna,
Kassir in the Barn 3, he does the voice of the devil at the end. He's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, I just saw that he was great. He really elevated. I just saw the character they created, the prosthetics, and he really brought it home. So at the end of the movie, we battle in the Devil's Lair, and Kassir doing that voice, man, it's fantastic.
love it. Okay, so you guys, ER, Jag, Nash Bridges, Alias, The Guardian, Charmed, My Name is Earl, Criminal Minds, The Middle, Always Sunny in Pennsylvania, Texas Rising. There's a bunch more. I just wrote down the ones I thought everybody would know. So I have a question. I want to scoop it off of that because I collect action figures. I have like the biggest collection of props and action figures around. Do you have an action figure been made of you for any of your roles?
Justin Malberry, who is the designer for Trick or Treat, he did it to Children of the Corn one with me and John Franklin's character. We signed a bunch of those for the 40th anniversary of Children of the Corn 2 years ago. That's the only one that's on any kind of mass production. There's a couple of other Corn ones, but that's the one that most people grab. He did the makeup effects and was in this movie I did called Candy Corn that I helped produce. He's very talented, very talented.
I
master.
love that stuff. I have so much. I'm actually.
You can find that easy if you're interested in it. You can find it easy.
definitely
Trick or Treat Studios.
Yes, I have a Trick or Treat Studios, Chucky, and I have a couple different Trick or Treat Studios
Nice.
things.
Yeah, they do good work. They do good work.
No, they do great work. I have a great collection, and now because I'm producing a bunch of my own concept films, and I've been making action figures and stuff for those.
Oh,
I've already
cool.
got action figures before I have the money for the film. I've already got the action figures.
I love
So
it.
let's go to music a little bit. So how long have you been playing music? How did you get started with that in all your acting?
When I was young, when the first cable channel that ever came to LA was a thing called the Z channel. Do you remember that? It was like a little box and you pressed buttons.
I lived in Florida.
And two things played all the time. Rocky Horror Picture Show and Woodstock. And I remember just
And they
being
were all wavy. You,
But I just remember seeing Woodstock at like 10, 12, whatever it was, and just being blown away by it and saying, like, I don't know how, but I want to do some of that, you know? So I started taking guitar lessons when I was 13 and started being in bands when I was about 16. And just have always, I just really like writing. I'm not like the greatest guitar player by any stretch. You know, I sing all right, but I hang my hat on writing. And right now I've got 2 songs charting. I've got one called Been Forgotten. That's 61 on the top 40 radio right now, and another one called Wander and Dream, which is a rock banger on what's called the secondary rock market, because you can't get on the classic rock market. That's the old stuff. So you have to go on the smaller stations, and that one's up at 52 right now. So this is a dream of mine to get played on the radio. So I'm living the dream right now, and I'll be putting out a record called Liberation Day in August. And we're doing that. We're doing the mastering right now. I'm very happy with how it came out. I'm excited. And I wrote a song for the movie Fear the Boogie. And that was a much more metal song, but it was appropriate for the movie. And I'm real happy with the way that came out too. So been having fun.
I noticed because I was on YouTube, Matt Sorum and maybe Slash, you did. So Matt Sorum's been on the show.
Okay. So Matt Sorum's girlfriend at the time and my girlfriend were best friends, and went up to Matt's house, and my girlfriend was like, play him this song called Journeyman. I was like, you should just shut up, do it. I did it. He said, hey, I like it. You want to record it? I'm like, yeah, sure, Matt, please. So put a band together, recorded it. It came out really good, but it needed like a really good blues rock lead over the top of it. A couple weeks later, I get a call. He's like, hey man, Slash is up here. Come on up. I'm like, what? He's like, he's going to play your lead. I'm like, what? And so I always heard that he has a bottle of Jack Daniels that he has near him, and he takes a swig before he starts recording. So I literally bought the biggest bottle of Jack Daniels I could find. And I said, thanks for being here. And it was just an absolutely surreal experience to watch him play. I mean, when someone's that good, it doesn't look like they're doing anything, but they're doing everything.
Oh, no, they're great. They're really cool too. We've met. So I'm I'll always be, I haven't talked to Matt in a long time, but I'll always be indebted to him for putting out that song Journeyman. It got on a compilation record and ended up doing pretty good in college radio back in the 90s. So that was one of the first things I ever got out there, because it was well done. I'm a publicist, is how I earn my everyday living while I'm trying to raise money. And so we got my company with my partner, Eileen Shapiro, we got named Best Music Publicist in the US. And so we've worked with like a lot of really big people. And on this show, we've had what, Chicago, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Wow.
Cool in the Game.
We may have to talk after this show then.
Yeah,
like, so I want to put out a record in August.
We've done a lot of cool stuff with a lot of cool people.
Very cool.
One of our clients is Jackie DeShannon, put a little love in your heart, Betty Davis and all that. Yeah. And her husband is Randy Edelman, who's got a Golden Globe Award for, like, he did Last of the Mohicans soundtrack and a bunch of big stuff. So I run it when I'm not trying to raise money for films. I run in the music world. So we know a whole lot of people in the music industry. And you would probably like. So then you got this song. It's called Fear the Boogie. Courtney Gaines official music video for the Barn 3. It's Courtney Gaines and somebody else though, right?
Yeah, it was my writing partner, a guy named Wall. He's the one producing the record for me. His lead guitar work in this song is just phenomenal. He's very talented. So he wrote the song, I wrote the lyrics and the vocals. I've done a lot of co-writing in my career as well. I'm not opposed to
co-writing. I want to ask you a question. Which do you prefer, filming or singing?
Oof. At this stage, I might lean towards singing because I just have a small window to do it. But if the role's good enough as an actor, then, sometimes, it's been at it 40 years. Sometimes it's just a job to pay the bills, right? You got to do it. Right. So, I'm less beat up as a musician, I would say. That makes sense. I've been able to just do what I want, which has been cool.
I love it. So Juan, we're going to play the video that says Fear the Boogie, Courtney Gaines official music video. I want you to introduce it for us, and then hang on. We're going to play it for everybody, and we'll be right back.
All right. Well, this is a song by me and Wall. This is called Fear the Boogie, and it's in the title tracks at the end of the film, Fear the Boogie. Here we go.
those glowing red eyes will take your life. Don't mess with the boogie. 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 He will put fear in your beating heart to get to your
Yay! Love it. That dude playing the guitar is badass.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. He's from South America. He's the real deal, man. He's been a great guy to work with in terms of being able to really produce some great stuff. If you want to see a music video that's completely different, go to my Vivo channel for Been Forgotten. Courtney Gaines at Vivo channel, Been Forgotten. It's a very sweet video by comparison. Totally opposite. So that's
Okay.
out right now too.
Music was a quick trip to the 70s.
Yeah.
It really
Nice.
was. I was, I have a hangnail, so I was filing it, and I closed my eyes, and it was back in 1970.
I have another podcast that it's not a talking podcast. I basically go on and promote indie artists on it. It's called The Indie Sound with Jimmy Starr, but I'm I'm always in the top 3 for like music commentary podcasts on Apple Podcasts for music. So out of like a million shows, I'm like number 3. So I will pick 2 of your songs and do a little episode. They're like 10-minute episodes. They're real quick. Just to get people
Fantastic. Would
So
love
I'll
that. Thank you so much.
I'll do an episode and send it to you once I get it going.
Please do. Yeah, we'll definitely post it up on the socials.
They say Ben Forgotten is amazing as well. Oh, that's Terry saying that, which is really cool. So we know a lot of musicians. Like we have a friend who he plays upright bass. His name's Chris Wise. He's in the Hollywood Vampires.
Oh
And,
yeah.
we know a lot of we're really good friends with the saxophone player from Pink Floyd is a good friend of ours.
Oh yeah, I played with him once at it's not there anymore on the Strip. House of Blues.
Yes. We're kind of like dialed into all those like 60 to 75-year-old like
Don't
musician
forget
guys.
the drummer,
The drummer.
the guy on the drums that plays with
We know a bunch of them. Which one?
the fun guy.
Bobby Blotzer from Rats, a friend.
No,
Oh, nice.
the
Okay.
guy that's a lot of fun. He's hilariously funny. He plays with.
Oh, you're talking about the bald guy. Now I forgot his name just because he was with John Cougar Mellencamp for like 18 years. He was
Oh,
like-
I know you're talking about. I can't think of the name right now either, but yeah, he's
he
had
comes
a
on
hell
every
of a career.
Christmas. actually for our holiday show. I think
And
it's
then
really
what
cool.
about
Leland Sklar, bass player for
Leland
everybody,
with the book?
and he has a book of all the famous people shooting a bird.
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
Leland.
But if you ever want to meet some musicians, I know tons.
Leland is the best. He's one of my favorite people.
He has a lot of fun.
He is great.
So, who are some of your musical influences, and who did you and what kind of music do you listen to now? If you're not listening to your own, what kind of music do you listen to?
Yeah, so that stuff is always a weird thing to answer. It's not. I don't really try to sort of be like anybody else in that regard. I mean, I'm certainly influenced. I grew up, in the Latino areas of Los Angeles. So I was brought up on oldies, and I think that was actually a
On
good
what?
thing.
Oldies.
Oldies, like one of my favorite songs is "Tell It Like It Is." I love that song. To me, that's just a great song. And Aaron Neville makes the hair on the
Aaron
back of my
Neville,
neck stand
yeah.
up. But the point is that era, they really wrote really well structured songs. So I think that there was that. And then I had an older brother who was turning me on to all the rock. So I was listening to all of that. And my mom was listening to show tunes and my dad was listening to jazz. So I was just bombarded by many styles. And even as an actor, when I studied method and you studied, you study Brando and James, that I was smart enough to go like, I'm never going to be those guys. All I can learn from them is the choices they made or didn't make. So I've always applied the same thing as a musician. I can't sound like anybody else. So don't try. What I try to capture is the same thing I try to capture as an actor, and that is a mood. What's the mood? What's the moment, right? What's the story you're telling? Go for that. And how that shows itself up in a guitar or a vocal, I don't know. It just starts to happen. That's where the creativity, something magic happens, and you do something you could have never imagined. That's usually how it goes.
I love it because I was like when I was growing up, I was a huge Kiss fan. Like I went and saw Kiss when I was like 12 or something.
Yeah.
Even now, I have in my collection, I have like the 2.5 feet statues of all the Kiss members.
I was gonna say you better have Kiss. You better have Kiss ones. They have tons.
All kinds of cool Kiss stuff. And another person that we've had on the show a couple of times, but she got new management and changed her phone number. Now the management's an asshole. But for many years, I was really good friends with Lita Ford. And
so that's kind of interesting. So one of the biggest things that's going to happen to me this year is I'm going to a place called Bloomville, Ohio, May 5th. It's this biker rally, and my band's opening for Lita Ford.
Oh my God, you're gonna love it. She's the coolest person ever.
Awesome. I'm very excited. That's like the biggest gig I've ever had. So I'm very excited.
Lita Ford is fabulous. She's been on the show several times, and I used to be a clothing designer. Actually, the way this show started is I was a clothing designer, and I would make all one-of-a-kind clothes, and I would go to Spooky Empire in Florida.
The biggest convention in the country.
I would give away the clothes to the actors. They'd come to the room, and as long as I could take pictures, and they became friendly, and that's how I started the show. So in the first,
I did the show a couple times. Where was my clothes, man?
I never met you there, but the first in the first 6 months of this show, we had Lance Henriksen, Malcolm McDowell. We had all these huge. We had Gene Weaver, Gary Wright, Expose, which we're still really good friends with Expose. But we had all these huge people, and nobody could understand how do you get these people. But I kind of made a name doing that, and then I got out of the clothing business thing, not because I wanted to, just because it happened. And why are you laughing?
The way you
phrase
that all the time.
I had 2 stores in Fort Lauderdale, very popular Elton John shop there. I dressed all these cool people and stuff. The government came in and eminent domain the property, and I lost everything. I lost every nickel I had ever made for 30 years.
You had to see the building. It was like a 3-story building corner.
Yeah.
But painted the whole thing psychedelic.
It was like a deck of
it
cards.
Stuck out like a sore thumb. It ruined the neighborhood. It ruined the entire part of Florida. And that's why they got rid of them, because the building was so hideous.
Anyway, I lost like a little over $4 million, and I had to reinvent myself.
I'm so sorry.
Totally busted. But I had a blast as a clothing designer. I dressed everybody. Doug Bradley, Clive Barker, you name it. Gary.
So my manager Chris Rowe then, because he reps all those guys.
Absolutely, Chris Rowe is a great guy, and I met him at Spooky Empire with Malcolm McDowell.
Of course.
And what was Spooky Empire?
Spooky Empire. It's a Comic-Con, like a Comic-Con in Florida. It's the biggest one in Florida, and I used to go to
doing some in Charleston too. Matter of fact, my band sort of played a gig nearby because he didn't have a VIP party. So shout out to Petey.
Yeah, Petey Mongelli. He's a great guy. And there was
Hopefully,
a
I'm going
lot
to play
of
there
fun.
soon. The band's going to play at the one in Orlando soon. We keep talking
Yeah,
about
that's a
it. Maybe
great,
next
it's
year
a
will be
great
the year.
show. We're gonna move
Yeah.
back to Florida. When we do, then I'll go to those again because they were just great
Awesome.
shows and they were a lot of fun. And Chris is always give a shout out to Chris because Chris is great.
Chris Rowe.
Absolutely. All right. So you guys, you can follow Courtney. He's on Instagram at Courtney Gaines Official. Check out his music. He's got a YouTube channel. You can see a lot of the videos. We went over a bunch of his movies, but that was only about 10% of what he's done. I just picked out the ones that I'm a huge fan of. And we want
And a very good movies you picked.
and we want to
And
thank you.
you can find the band at Courtney Gaines Group on IG and Facebook as well. So we got Courtney Gaines Official and we got Courtney Gaines Group. Kind of two categories.
I'll follow that one.
Cool.
Courtney
Thanks.
Gaines.
I have to ask you a question.
Uh-uh.
How does it feel being a redhead all your life?
Well, try being a redhead who grew up in a Chicano neighborhood. That's not easy, pal. That's not easy. That's why when I heard there was a white gangbanger in Colors, I was like, I must get this role. And my acting coach knew Dennis Hopper well. He helped him make Easy Rider, and they couldn't find somebody, so I got that role because nobody knew. You know, there are white dudes in the gangs, but yeah, it's being in LA in a Chicano neighborhood. It wasn't easy, man. It wasn't easy.
I bet not.
But it gave me edge. You know, I was able to bring that edge to the work.
I love it. I think
I knew a lot of redheaded, natural redheads in my life. And they said as kids, they would be teased. That's why if they ever went to the swimming pool and they had to change bathing suits and they were naked, the other kids would make fun of them. Oh, that carrot cock.
Where I grew up there was either you fought or you did what we call capping, putting people down, right? Putting the cap, and I was very good at that. I had a big mouth, so that's how I checked people. I'd make them sorry they opened their mouth and made fun of me. I'd find something to make fun of them. But
well, after that, after you did Children of the Corn, they wouldn't fuck with you anyway.
no, that's true.
I love it. So when you come out with the new record, if you want to come back, we'd love to have you back anytime. It's been really a pleasure having you on the show, and I thank you so much for coming on. We had a great time. You guys follow his Instagrams, check out all his stuff, and if you've never seen The Burbs, you have to watch it because it's one of the 10 best movies you'll ever see. It's hilarious. It's so fun. Thank you so much, Courtney.
Thank you.
I love it, you guys. What a great show. All right. Real quick, we're going to take a music break, you guys, and then we're going to bring on Jeff Caperton, who's coming in with us. And what we're going to play is, what are we going to play? What did I write down? Let's play. Okay, so last week we had Paul and Anthony come on, so we're going to play a song called The Rest of My Life with Shalia Vintage and Paul Anthony, because I wanted to play it last week when he was here, but I didn't get to. So enjoy, you guys, The Rest of My Life, and we'll be right back.
Since you came inside,
I'm right here.
everything feels so right.
Everything. I ain't going nowhere for the rest of my life. Remember when we first started? You wouldn't give me the time of day. Guarding your heart real closely, trying so hard not to get played, but then
I did such a 360.
it's been 3 years and you're still with me. Nobody took the time to make love to your mind. I did, and now I'm all up in your love. I ain't going nowhere, nowhere. For the rest of my life, no need to think twice. I see nobody really like you. They can try, but they ain't getting nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. No need to think twice. I see nobody really like you. They can try, but they ain't.
It was the way you listened when I spoke, holding me close when I was hurting the most. Never rushing me to do things that I didn't want to do. You're such a real man, you show me such confidence, and that's why I know this is for me. I'll never let go.
Give you just what you need.
Love me for the rest of my life.
They can do what I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna love you through and through. No playing around, I'm forever down. I'm in this for the rest of my life.
Hey, everybody, that's Shalia Vintage and Paul Anthony, who was our guest last week. He was a great guest. He's a super musical superstar. And now we're going to bring on our next guest for the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Jeff, come on in.
Hey, guys.
Hey! How are you?
Hey! I'm good.
Good.
Thanks for having me on.
No, thank you. Like I said, you guys, Jeff is coming on because I didn't have a guest, and he's someone everybody loves. So since everybody likes him so much, and Ron likes to talk about his big basket.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. That's why I'm not speaking. It's just that every picture I see, the banana, and like I wrote, blue shows you should wear black bathing suit. You look like you have no dick at all. Anyway.
Hey, everybody, so this is Jeff Caperton. You know him.
Listen. I'm a great believer in men showing their manliness. Women think nothing of showing camel toe, right? They wear tight jeans, they show camel toe. And women love to show their nipples and they love to show their tits. And we're supposed to look at them and get hot. Well, now you let men get women hot and gay guys hot. So if you got a big dick, show it, man. But be proud. I mean, all those guys that got little ones, they wish. I mean, they wish they had a big dick. Well, you know what? Because when they're screwing a woman for an hour and the woman says, "Are you in yet?" It's embarrassing.
That's true. We're going to love it, Ron. I'm coming to LA on the 4th to shoot a scene that's going to do pretty much, there's going to be a whole lot of Jeff in it. So,
oh, there you go. Is it porn or is it a regular movie?
No, it's a regular. It's actually a comedy. I basically meet the heroine, the woman in the movie, and we end up at her house having sex, and then her husband bursts into the bedroom while we're right in the middle of it, and I have to jump up, grab my pants, run out of the room, down the stairs, out in the front yard, find my keys in my pants, get in my car, and screech away. So there's going to be a whole lot of Jeff in that scene.
There you go. Yeah, it's exciting for you, though. You love the attention.
Now,
It should be funny. I'm hoping.
I have to ask you.
I'm really hoping that people will be so busy laughing they're game. So
there you go.
I have to ask you a personal question. Have you named it?
Sure.
Yeah. Have you named
Who I
it?
name?
Does it have a name? Your penis, does it have a
Oh,
name?
he froze.
I'm getting a little feedback here. I hope it's not me, but okay, go ahead.
Did you name your penis?
I've never named it. Some other people have named it.
Mine is called Popeye.
Popeye, just one eye.
When I was little, it was called Popeye.
So where are you now? Wait, where are you? Are you
I'm
at
in my
home?
trailer. I'm in Waco, Texas, and working on a little project here. And I'm actually, as soon as we get off the air, I'm jumping in my car and racing down to San Marcos, Texas. I'm stunt gaffing a movie down there called The Forever Watchman. And I'm going down there to shoot I'm not shooting, the actors are shooting a fight scene, but I'm gaffing the stunts and the practical effects for it. So I'm gonna have to drive about 800 miles an hour to get down there in time, but I'll make it.
Oh my God, that's so Waco. That's where they Waco's where they burned up the guy's compound.
Yeah,
right?
the
Or
Branch Davidians. Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
about 5 miles from where I'm sitting right now in this trailer. So yeah, but it's also
Do
the
you
home
take
of
the trailer
Taylor
with
University, and so
trailer,
it's
okay. Do you
Waco's
take the
pretty
trailer
cool
with
place.
you? Do you take the trailer like wherever you go, or does it always stay there and you just stay in it when you
No,
go?
actually, I usually keep it in Austin at Mark Anthony's Stunt Ranch.
Okay.
And so it's always there. So whenever I work in Austin, I have a place to stay. But I've been up here 6 weeks working on this. So I brought the trailer up here so I wouldn't have to stay in a hotel.
Oh, no,
And
that's
because
nice.
I get real tired of hotels, and
You have a television. You have all the things you need. So
I got everything I need. I've got my TV and I've got a full office right here that you can't see because it's behind you. But I've got a full kitchen. I can cook. I don't have to eat out or eat craft services every day. And because it's really hard to eat right when you're on a movie set for more than a few days. So
How do you find time to go swimming? Where's the swimming pool?
That's at my gym. I was actually home over the weekend, and at the gym I go to, they have a lap pool. So my knees and hips have gotten where I can't really run anymore the way I used to. So I've taken up swimming to replace the cardio that I used to get from running. So that's where that came from.
We can't either. Like, I can't run. I can barely walk, so I can't run.
Oh yeah. My ankles and hips have gotten where they can't take my weight bouncing up and down on them. So
do you have hurt things? Like, we have busted knees. Like, have you have anything hurt, or it's just older age?
It's just age. I just every time I try to get over 3 miles, my knees just say, fuck you, stop that. And so I
3 miles.
I decided to try swimming. I used to love swimming when I was younger, and so we've got this lap pool at the gym, so I decided to take it up.
No, that's smart. Go ahead.
No,
He said 3 miles. Like, yeah, because for me it'd be like 30 feet.
Yeah.
So what else are you working on? What else is going on in the world of Jeff Caperton?
When are we making the movie?
Gosh.
When are we making the movie?
I don't know. I hope soon. I'm ready. I can't wait for Carnival. That's going to be a great movie.
You're all full of shit. Everybody I talk to, we hope soon. If I
know.
Time.
I'm so tired of waiting on money I could scream, but it's part of the game, I guess. But I had a movie that I worked on about 2 years ago that finally got finished. I just went to the premiere of it a couple of weeks ago, called Death Merchant, and it was one of Tom Sizemore's last movies.
Oh, wow.
And had Robert Lasardo, our friend Robert Lasardo is in it, and my buddy Victor Gelsomino stars in it, and it turned out really good. It was a great movie. They've got a little more cleaning up to do before it gets distributed, but it turned out really, really good. Had a good time at the premiere. And I'm working on this movie right now called The Forever Watchman, starring a great actor named Mike Gassaway, who's also a good buddy of mine. And that's where I'm going tonight to gaff this fight scene for them. And that's really about it. We've got a lot of projects in the works. We're just waiting on some of those to come through. And
I hate the waiting. It's getting terrible.
I do too. I can't stand it. It's driving me crazy. I'm so ready to get busy on them.
So you're coming to LA then? How many days are you going to be in LA?
Coming today, the 4th. It's a Thursday. I'll be there Thursday through Sunday. And usually when I come out for something like this, I try to stay an extra couple of days, to see my friends and, eat at some of my favorite places and things like that. But, ever since the fires, the hotels have been so expensive out there. I can't get the rooms for the rates I used to get them for. And so I'm not going to be able to stay. But, I'd love to come down and see you guys, but I don't know that I'd have time.
We'll get on that. You're going to be coming a lot more because things are going to start taking off. So
yeah, when all that happens, we'll be out there a lot. We'll be out there a bunch. But I'd like to come out and see you guys and Steve and a lot of my other friends that aren't right there in the city, because I'm not even getting a rental car this time. I'm just going to take the train in from LAX to Hollywood, and I'm going to be working at Universal, so that'll be really cool. You don't get much of an opportunity to work on the old lots anymore, so it's going to be a lot of fun being on the back lot at Universal. And but so I'm not even renting a car. I'm just going to Uber, and it's just going to be an in and out trip.
The back lot. I've never worked on the back lot at Universal. Have you?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've gone on the tour that you get to see the back lot, but I've never actually walked around the back lot.
Yeah, it's very cool, very historic. Now, the city streets have burned down 2 or 3 times, so a lot of them aren't the original from back in the day. But
no, you had to be at Universal back when I was there in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
It was all there. We had the castle, we had everything.
Yeah.
Hitchcock's Haunted House. Because that's when they were shooting Sarah with Brenda Vaccaro. And that was a long time ago. Wow.
Yeah. So the only really backlots I've ever worked on is Universal, Warner Brothers, and I used to have an office for a short time while we were working on Dog Eat Dog. We had an office in a bungalow at the Radford Studios over in Studio City, which is CBS Radford, which has a decent sized little back lot. So I had an office there, although I didn't actually shoot on that lot. But I used to, years ago when I lived in California, I worked for ABC, and I worked at what's now called the Prospect Avenue lot, right there on Prospect Avenue in Hollywood. It's now part of ABC Disney, but it's ABC moved out when Disney bought ABC, they all moved out to Burbank, and so they're all out there now. But I worked on that lot for 2 years, and every now and then I'll drive by it just for old time's sake, just because I got a lot of memories there. But
Did you see? I forgot the name of it now. I haven't seen it yet, but I wanna see it just because of what it is. But there's a new horror movie called Obsession. Have you heard about the movie called Obsession?
I don't think so.
This YouTube kid, he's 26 years old, made a micro-budget horror film on $750,000. He shot it in 20 days, and Focus Features bought it for $15 million, and it did $100 million in its first week.
Holy crap! Obsession.
It's called Obsession. Yeah, I want to find out how they did it, but
Obsession.
Obsession. Yeah.
I want to find out where YouTube got $750,000.
Yeah, that'd be too. It's the most profitable horror film so far. It's the most profitable horror film of the year, and anyway, it looks really cool, and it's all over the trades. You know, everybody's like,
sounds like it's headed for Blair Witch fame. You know, but
I mean, how cool would it be to make a $750,000 and get somebody to pay you $15 million for it?
Oh, that'd be great, crazy great. But yeah, apparently it was a good investment for the company if they've already made that back before. So
they've already made that back already. So, and he's like a young kid too. And I think with all the things, because everybody's coming up with different ideas and new ways to do things. So I didn't think.
Yeah, you just got to find what hits. Yeah.
But I think. You know, I don't know how big a YouTuber is either, because once in a while they lie about those things. There was like another YouTuber guy who did a movie a year or two ago. They said, "Oh, this guy who's on YouTube," but they failed to say that the guy's like on YouTube with like 150 million followers or something. You know, that's different. You know?
Well, and those guys can self-finance $750K because they've got that and more. So, you know, it's really crazy the kind of money some of those guys make. Even the ones that aren't even that popular, they just make crazy money.
What fascinates
I need to figure out YouTube.
Me too.
What I find fascinating is if we're watching a movie, Jimmy gets on his phone and he looks what the movie cost. And some of the movies are 40 million, 100 million, and they are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And I said, they got 40 million for this film? What, are they serious? For this crappy movie that I could have made in a garage?
Yeah,
anyway.
And I realize a lot of that, depending on the talent, a lot of that goes to talent. But still, I would find a very hard time if there wasn't a lot of really big things in it. I would have a hard time spending that much money. I couldn't find a way to spend that much money.
I know it's so much.
But I can't
of course, you end
understand
up with 20 or 30 million of it's going to talent if you have a really couple of big names in it. So, you know,
there are so many good scripts out there that can't get funded. And that upsets the hell out of me.
And so many bad ones that get it. Yeah.
Well, the investors don't give a shit about the script. They only care about the return.
Or who's in it.
Or who's in it. So that's sad. Very sad. I'm going to go to sleep for a while. Do you mind?
No, right ahead. Wouldn't be the first time people fell asleep while I was talking to him.
He was in the hospital for 2 days.
Yeah, I heard that.
3. And my dog was so upset. Astro wouldn't sleep right. He was missing him. So I was up all night with my dog.
Yeah. Kidney stones are miserable. I've had them twice, and they're absolute misery.
So I'm on my 4th time, and this one's a much bigger one. And they still haven't gotten rid of it. All they did was some kind of surgery to relieve the pain until they figure out how they're going to get rid of it. So it's been terrible. I can't stand it.
Well, his is a 6 millimeter.
It's big. It's a bigger one. Yeah, my other ones were like 3 and 4 millimeters. So
could you imagine, Jeff, if you had a 6 millimeter and you blew it out your penis, you'd make a hole in the wall.
Probably, yeah.
Like a cannon.
Yeah. No, they're miserable. The first one I had, I was actually in Los Angeles and woke me up in the middle of the night. And I've got a pretty high tolerance for pain, and I was absolutely just miserable. And I drove myself to the hospital, and I think I pulled over 3 or 4 times to throw up on my way to the ER. And I got to Cedars-Sinai and just walked inside, and apparently I was white as a ghost and sweating all over the place. And they thought I was having a heart attack. They all ran over and grabbed me and took me straight into a room. It was something.
They thought I was having a heart attack too.
Yeah.
Because I went 2 Sundays ago, and then I came home and I was okay for 2 days, and then it got progressively worse, and to the point where I could like not do anything. And I was
tell the truth. they first thought he was pregnant having a baby, and then they realized he was a man.
Yes. And I couldn't really have a baby. And then it's been a terrible ordeal. I can't stand
They
it. I
only
wouldn't wish it on
realized he was
anybody.
a man when they opened his shirt and took down his pants, and they said, "This is not a woman. This is a man."
It's been terrible. The whole experience has been absolutely terrible. And I can't stand it. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I wouldn't even wish it on bad people. So
I've had them. I passed them in a second because
He's full of
I'm
shit.
Italian.
That doesn't mean shit.
No, I'm Italian, and we're so full of olive oil that our penises are greased.
Yep.
And when the stone is there, it shoots out. I saw it. It shot out. It went in the toilet. Went whoop.
Yeah, the second time I had to, they give me the screen. The screen.
Yeah, I got the screen.
Yeah, that's always fun.
I have the screen now, which is funny. We can use them to. I was going to say. So we have this drink that we like a lot. It's sugar-free lemonade from Chick-fil-A. Okay, they make
You
the
use
best.
it to screen the pulp out of your drink.
And and so he uses a strainer right now. He doesn't like the I like the pulp, and he doesn't like it. But it's the best lemonade like ever.
Well, now you got a free one from the hospital, so you can strain it.
We buy like 3 gallons a week, though. We go and buy them every
Yeah,
Saturday.
but it's really not good for you, all that lemonade, because it's acid, and it does fuck up a lot of shit. So you better be careful and not drink too much.
Oh, we mix it with water, so it comes out okay.
Excess anything is not good. Just like, a penis. If a penis is too large, it's not good. I have that problem with my penis because it's so large, it's not good, because it's uncomfortable for a lot of people. I don't know why I went there, but
I don't know why you did that either. That's fucking hilarious.
I just figured the show got a little dull.
It's not all positive being big down there. There are definitely negative things.
Italians are usually hung. Sometimes, most Italians I've known, they were hung.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, again, it has its downfalls. You knock things off the furniture sometimes, and I mean, there's just
all the time.
He did a fashion show for during New York Fashion Week for an underwear company.
Oh yeah.
At 80 years old, he was walking down the runway with all these like 20-year-old built guys, and Ron.
And I gotta tell you something. I got the biggest ovation, more than those guys did. And there were women there that were making comments about me in the bathing suit. One guy said, what did he say?
They also gave him a small and told him to fit into it.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
They tricked me. And one guy said to me, if that works, what did he say? If that works, you're lucky or some shit. I said, it works.
I think it's hilarious.
But, people comment on your anatomy, and why not?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm used to it. I don't.
I'm just used to it too, probably.
The day before my 50th birthday, I did a still shoot for Under Armour underwear, and
Wonder Woman.
Under Armour.
Under Armour. It's a brand of underwear. So I did an underwear shoot the day before my 50th birthday, and then I did another one 6 years later when I was 56. So you never know.
I was 80.
Yeah, that's something.
and I still was walking. It was good.
Yeah.
How old are you? Is that
right
public
now?
knowledge?
I just turned 60 last August.
Okay,
So I'll be 61 this August.
so I'm a year older than you because I'll be 62.
Yeah, and but I did a photo shoot for Andrew Christian, which is a
big underwear catalog.
Primarily gay underwear.
Yeah.
And so I'm not at all surprised. Suddenly I have a very, very significant gay following. So, and I don't mind. I think it's great. I get notes and letters and emails all the time. So
you had a fan page.
That's how I got the role in this movie I'm going out there to do. So if it gets me roles, I'm happy.
Hey, and you're getting paid. That takes the cake.
I'll take it.
I saw a couple of months ago there was like a fan page dedicated to you. Is it still on Instagram or no?
No, I think it's down. Yeah, there was an Instagram page. This kid put up. I say kid. He's like 20, but he put it up, and man, he went back and found pictures of me like from modeling from 20 years ago, and he found stuff I didn't even know was still out there, and he was posting some stuff, and It's just a fan page to me or whatever, which is great. I was very flattered by it and everything, but some of the stuff he was posting was pretty crazy. So I messaged him a couple of times. There was a couple of things I messaged him and asked him to take down, and he did. But some of the stuff I just said, fuck it. It's already out there. I don't care. And, it is what it is. And like I said, the Andrew Christian thing got me this gig. So
Yeah, that's goes. There you go.
Jeff, I don't know if I've given you this bullshit before, but I'm against movies where they show women's vagina, ass cracks, tits, nipples, and a man is in the same bed with her naked, but they don't show his anatomy. They cover him up. What does that do? It makes the woman a slut, vulgar, disgusting piece of shit with no value, because look, we could see her tits and her snatch, and who cares?
Snatch.
But the man is so precious and wonderful. God forbid we see his penis.
You're starting to see more of it, though. Like some of the HBO series. I was watching a series called The Righteous Gemstones. It's got Walt Goggins and just a whole bunch of people in it. It's absolutely hysterically funny. And there was a lot of wang in that series. It was a whole lot of full frontal in that show.
We have two people on the show that are in
If
that.
If I was filming you, I would film you in CinemaScope.
Well, I need the work right now. So if I've got to swing a little wang to get the part, I'm all for it.
We got it. No, he said that the pictures got him this role in this movie that he's doing.
Yeah, I know. No, really, but I don't think there's anything wrong with nudity. I think nudity, if it's
I don't think so. This is a comedy too. I think the scene is really, really funny. So I think people will be laughing more than they're looking at that point. So
And you're not allowed to tell us what the name of the movie is yet, right?
Everybody's curious.
Right now it doesn't have a full title yet. It's under a working project title. So, but I'm not supposed to talk about that either. But
that's fine.
There's a couple of pretty decent names in it. The young lady that I'm in bed with is a pretty significant name. So,
good for you.
Everyone's curious. I don't care who you are. If people can get a glimpse of Brad Pitt or whoever, they do. They look.
Well, there's going to be plenty of me in this one, so be sure and tune in.
Do you think Sydney Sweeney's hot? Like, I think Sydney Sweeney's really hot.
I think Sydney Sweeney is ridiculously hot. And I'd say that as an official dirty old man. Is very hot.
There's a lot of actors who have very little piece. When they're flaccid, it's like maybe 3 inches. They put a prosthetic one on. So
yeah, we had a guy on
that wears a prosthetic.
What was his name? Faulkner or some James.
Yeah. And he said that he wore a prosthetic because his wang wasn't big enough.
He was in Bridget Jones's Diary. His name's like James Faulkner, I think. And he was in this Pope TV show where he's the Pope and he's like bathing and he gets out, totally naked. They show everything. But he said it was like a prosthetic, and how they make the prosthetic is really weird. Stuff to do it.
Yeah, I found out on the Righteous Gemstones, Walt Goggins has several full frontal scenes of that movie, but I found out later it is a body double. Because in the scene, he plays a much older person. In the movie, he plays a much older person than he is. And so they actually got an older body double to do his frontal scenes. But then, of course, with CGI, it really looks like him. I mean, one of them, he's water skiing and he...
Now, you could make extra money if you use your penis as a model and they sculpted it and they made a prosthetic out of it.
Like I said, I have people that email me and lots of interesting things. I do have somebody that wants to make a mold and then duplicate it. And I said, they want to duplicate it and sell it. And I'm like, well, if you do that, I want to cut, I want a percentage.
Yes, you should get.
They should make it out of wax and they should make it a candle.
I don't want to watch it burn down and melt.
No, we went to RuPaul, like one of those RuPaul conventions in New York many years ago. And they had a guy there that actually sold you kits. You could actually make a mold of your own, to do it at home. And I think that
it's called Clona Willy. I've seen them. Like I said, this person contacted me wanting to make a mold.
What is it called?
Clona Willy. You can get it on Amazon. You can buy them on Amazon. Yeah, but he offered me some money to make a mold, but I told him if he's going to sell them, I want a piece.
Absolutely. It's so funny because now I don't. You know who Shannon Elizabeth is?
Yeah.
So Shannon Elizabeth, I guess, hasn't been working a whole lot lately. So a couple weeks ago, she opened up an OnlyFans, and
Oh,
it says
really?
she made $1.4 million on OnlyFans in like 10 days or something.
Yeah.
You know, basically putting.
I
up
would
new
consider it, but my wife would kill me. So,
Yes. Well, people only see it if they pay for it, so at least you're getting money.
right.
I wonder if there are weirdos out there that would be interested in seeing an 86-year-old naked man.
I know there is.
Yeah, I know there is.
There is?
I'm sure Jimmy's not the only oldie chaser.
No, everybody.
I get out of the shower, he tells me I have a gorgeous body. I want to beat the shit out of him. When I look in, because we have all mirrors in the dressing room, which is the shower, and I look in the mirrors and I see like something from a horror movie, you know, there's old.
Oh yeah.
He looks great.
I know.
He's just nuts.
Yeah, I'm not happy with myself right now. I've been lazy about the gym, but I'm getting ready to get serious. Now that I'm swimming again, I'm getting serious about getting all the little things that aren't in the right place put back where they're supposed to be.
No, that's good though. That's super good because you're getting at the age where things can either fall apart or they can go get better, and you want them to get better. You know.
Yeah, let me tell you something. From 60 to 80 is a blink. I don't know what happened. I really, I do not know what happened.
40 to 60 was a blink for me. It's like literally I blinked and I'm 60. And but
I talk to my daughters, and it's like, what happened? You girls were in school. You know, I went to your graduation, and now you're like 54 years old. How can I have daughters older than I am?
Yeah, 1 minute I'm moving my girls to college, and now they both have kids. So, you know.
How many grandchildren do you have?
I have 6 with a 7th on the way.
Good for you.
Yeah,
That's
I have 3
awesome.
kids and almost 6.5 grandchildren, almost 7. Actually, I have a 7th. He's just not born yet. So.
There you go. You know, though, I think it's smart too for you to want to stay and get in shape because you're really trying to act more too, because you always do so much stuff behind the scenes. You know, and if you're in front of the camera, and you look good for your age, you'll get hired a lot more.
I really kind of lost interest in acting. I mean, I'll still do it and it's fun, and I don't do a lot of auditions anymore just because I love producing so much, and I've just been asked to direct a movie. So I'm really kind of anxious to try that. I've directed some second unit stuff, but I've never had the whole movie.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm excited to try that, and I love producing. I love being a producer.
How could you love producing? Nobody loves producing.
I love it. I think it's great, and I would rather do that than act.
You're a beggar. You're running around begging for money.
No, that's the executive producer. I'm a producer for hire. When they hire me, they've already got their money. So,
all right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a producer. I stopped all that raising money crap back, 10 years ago. I was spending so much time chasing money. It made it no fun for me. I wasn't enjoying making movies anymore because I was always begging for money. The last one that I was really involved in doing that was the Dog Eat Dog movie with Nicolas Cage and William Dafoe. I spent 4 years begging for money to get that movie made. And it literally, by the time we got on set filming, I was just so burned out on the whole thing. It almost wasn't fun.
I see what Jimmy goes through. And it's sad because, listen, I read the scripts. And some of them are okay, but some of them are great. He's got a script there that if they don't finance it, they're fucking idiots. Because it's a wonderful script. And that's Saving Paradise. I love it. I love the script. And
that's the problem I'm having being a producer for hire is I get hired to do something and, I need the work, so I take the job, but I have very little creative input. I'm not the director, I'm not the writer, I'm not, so I have very little creative input. It's just my job to hire everything, contract everything, make sure the trains run on time. But I don't have a lot of creative input, and I've been involved in some really bad movies.
It sounds like a big headache.
Yeah, and there's some things that I'd really like to do, but I'm not going to get to do them unless I find a way to go out and raise some of the money myself. And I'm kind of getting involved with that. We have a mutual friend that I'm talking to about maybe trying to get involved a little bit back into the fundraising side so I can go back to doing some things that I want to do and not just things I'm being paid to do,
No, I think that's terrific.
Yeah.
I think, and we've got several projects that we're working on together, and Baca's involved. Baca. I love Baca, by the way. Baca's one of my favorite people on the planet.
Yeah, I want to see The Gift get made. I want to see that script really bad. I know you've changed the name; it's called something else now. But
The Cursed Gift of Magic.
yeah,
Which
The
one?
Gift of Magic. I'd love to see that get made. That's your movie, Ron. Yeah, I'd love to see that get. I loved that script. That was great. And
It's a comedy. We need to laugh.
yeah, no, it's
You know what?
a hilarious comedy.
When we moved to Florida, Renee Taylor said to me, Ron, why don't you make it a play, not a movie? So when we go to Florida, I'm going to rewrite it as
That
a
actually
play,
would be a terrific stage play.
as a play and
Yeah.
premiered at the Boca Theater. All
Yeah.
Jews, everybody's Jewish. So
Yeah.
the audience will understand it and love it.
And if they
Yeah,
like
I
it,
can
they
do Jew. I can do Jew. You got to put me in there somewhere. I can do Jew. So yeah.
Oh, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do it as a play.
Yeah. That would be wonderful. I think it actually would convert very well. And there's not a lot of sets, so it wouldn't be that crazy hard to do on a stage. You're not, at 100 different locations,
absolutely.
Well, I originally I was a stage writer, not a movie writer. I have about 3 or 4 different scripts, and they're
Yeah.
all stage.
Yeah.
Because I was a snob in New York. I believe in the boards. If you don't work the boards, you're not an actor, as far as I'm concerned.
I have a question for you though. Then, and I think I know the answer now because times are different. But living in Texas, which actually Texas is kind of becoming a popular movie place now, though, aren't they getting ready
Very
to open?
popular, and we've got some incentives that just kicked in that's bringing a lot of stuff here. So yeah.
Do you think that? Do you think that not living in LA hurts your chances of making, getting projects?
Not really, because I can get out there and back for a meeting very easily if I have to, of course, with Zoom and everything else. I don't get to network as much as I would like to. I've got my favorite places in LA that I go to that I always end up meeting people or running into people I know that usually results in me getting some work somewhere. I don't get to do that, go have cocktails at Craig's or end up at Musso and Frank or something and run into somebody I know, and next thing I know I'm working with them. But I don't really get that opportunity. And when I was wanting to do a lot of TV, not being out there for things like pilot season and stuff like that, where I can go hit 30 auditions in a month, not being there for that has probably hurt. I've been involuntarily tethered to Texas for a long time, and I love Texas. I grew up here, but I've had some family things where I had to stay close, and some of those things have started, to change. My mother passed away last year, and her and her health kept me. I needed to be close,
Right.
And so things like that. There's reasons. When my kids were younger, I wanted to be close to the kids. I didn't want to be having to fly back and forth to see my kids and things like that. So there's always been something that's tethered me to Texas. But yeah, I think I would probably have a very bigger career if I spent more time in LA. And I love Los Angeles, and I've lived there twice. I moved out there. I moved there when I was 19 years old, and was there for 3 years, and came back kicking and screaming because I didn't want to come back. But I was doing a show for ABC
Oh no, we
News
froze.
and
there
did that for 3 years, and went and did a whole bunch of stuff. And then when Disney bought ABC, they ended everything. And being young, I had about 2 weeks worth of savings in the bank, and with the rents and everything being what they are out there, I had to come back to Texas with my tail between my legs pretty quick.
You don't think you could get
I
involved
do
with
miss
any-
being out there, but
Well, you know what? My first time in Los Angeles was 1949. How do you like that? We moved to LA in 1949, and I remember taking the trolley on Santa Monica Boulevard. There was a trolley to go get ice cream at the ice cream parlor that was up in Hollywood. And Hollywood Boulevard was where we would go shopping. My mother would buy her hats there, her stockings and gloves, and it was all beautiful shopping and just so elegant and wonderful. Now it's a disease.
Wait a second, though. I have a question for you because you're in Texas. So I just started watching Dutton Ranch yesterday. You can't get involved in any of the Taylor Sheridan stuff somehow with your
I've done a little stuff. I've auditioned for several of them. I actually auditioned, Tulsa King is one of his with Sylvester Stallone. I auditioned, did 3 callbacks on that one, and my agent was sure I had the part. And it wasn't just a single part, it was a 5-episode part. And we were sure I had it. And at the last minute, what it was, I was the second choice and the first choice had a conflict. So they kept me coming back. And then all of a sudden they worked out conflict with the first choice and I lost that one. And then the same thing happened to me on, what was it? I'm totally brain farting. Oh, Landman.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got 2 callbacks for Landman. I was going to audition for the part of Marty, who is the son, Cooper Norris's drilling partner when he starts drilling his own wells. I was going to be Marty, and then again I had 2 callbacks, and then was kind of on hold, and then all of a sudden I didn't have it. So I've tried really hard to get involved in those. I actually referred a friend of mine. I've got a friend, I believe you know him too, is a Nashville recording guy named Clayton Q, is a country singer, and he really wanted to be on those. I connected him with one of the casting people, and now he's done Landman, Tulsa King, and Dutton Ranch. And I have yet to do any of them. So, and I actually was a Landman for 26 years, and I can't get on Landman.
You should see if you can't get on as an actor, if you could get on as a producer or as something else.
Yeah, I would love to. I need to go stalk Taylor Sheridan, I guess. So
it would be very cool because I really do think that like all of his stuff is super great.
Yeah.
Like,
where I'm at right now, I'm not even an hour from where they film Landman. When I go to see my daughter, she lives in Weatherford, and she lives right down the street. You know, in Landman show they have that Patch Cafe where they always hang out. The Patch Cafe is it's an old gas station they converted. It's right down the street from my daughter's house. I drive right by it when I go to my daughter's. In fact, they shot a scene for the show. My daughter and her husband, they own a funeral home in Weatherford. And when Tommy Norris's mother died and they had to go pick a casket for his mother, they shot that in my daughter's funeral home.
Oh, wow. How cool.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I didn't know it till after it was over.
Hold
We
on.
only have like 30 seconds, so you got to go
Your
quick.
daughter owns a funeral parlor?
She and her husband, yeah. She married a guy whose family owns five funeral parlors.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's scary.
Yeah.
I love it. So you guys, we're out of time. Jeff's got to go. We want to thank you for coming in and talking with us, Jeff. We always love
Thank
having you
you.
on.
Thank
Jeff,
you guys. Love
Drive
you.
careful.
Keep it swinging, baby. Keep
All
it
right.
swinging.
Thank you, Ron.
Drive careful. Drive careful. And everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you
All
guys next week.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Jimmy,
Yeah, this is MC Alfred.
and Ozzy.
I'm just chilling, in the style, sitting down and designing. Where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.